Okay, so right now we're talking about Tyson Fury and Steve Cunningham. This is the big fight debate. So what do you guys think of this fight? Going across my Skype thing from the furthest to the nearest. So Apollo, what do you think about that fight?
Oh, I think it is a decent fight. I think obviously, because of the size difference, it's not really a 50-50. If Fury, just as long as Fury trains properly, and, as long as he doesn't mess around or anything, it's going to be a mismatch, Cunningham stops, I mean, he's only stopped like half his opponents, and that's at cruiserweight. So I don't see any way he can hurt Fury. I don't see how he's going to keep him off. Fury's got fast hands as well. Fury knows how to box. It's a definite win for Fury, and I think Tyson stops him.
Okay. That's what you're thinking. Beats, you're next. You're next. Come on. What do you think about this fight?
I'm rolling with Errol. I listen to Errol a lot now. I really do respect his opinion on boxing. And not only that, I have to look at the John McDermott fights and shit like that. And he's not a big puncher. I'm going for the upset.
So you're saying Steve Cunningham's going to win, but how?
Okay.
Points
decision.
Late stoppage.
Late stoppage?
Yeah, could possibly do it.
Okay. Errol?
Yeah, I'm rolling with Steve as well. I just believe that he's got the better pedigree. Apollo's brought up some good factors about the size and this and that, but I'm talking about the class level and the opponents that Steve's fought, live opponents. The last couple of opponents Fury's faced, they're not live opponents, and he more or less had his way with all his opponents. Like I said with Cunningham, and he actually won his last fight with Animac. I think he'll know how to handle him. I think he'll be able to box him. Beats has got a stoppage. I haven't really got that. I've got Cunningham winning on points, and beating him quite easy. I think Fury's gonna have a whole heap of trouble. I don't think he'll be able to adjust. Especially I don't know the size of the ring, and Cunningham's in America. I mean he's the homeboy. He's a hometown boy. You know what I'm saying? So I'll give it to Cunningham.
Okay, Chris, what do you think?
It's going to be one-sided, complete annihilation for Tyson Fury.
Oh dear.
Do you want to elaborate?
Thank you.
He's not an heavyweight. His fight against Jason Gavin showed him not to be a puncher. He couldn't even really hurt him. His fight against Adamek showed that. He's been put on his ass so many times at cruiserweight. He's got no chance. Fury's a genuine heavyweight, a big heavyweight at that.
Okay, that's right. Yeah, well, with me, I'm thinking it's going to be Tyson Fury. Now, I'm not sure exactly what I'm thinking yet, because the thing about Cunningham is, even though he's chinny and he goes down, he always gets back up and he's never been stopped. So he might be able to survive the distance, but if he survives the distance, for me, that's not good enough. Fury should be taking out a guy who started his career as a light heavyweight. He should be taking him out. But I'm not sure if he will. So I'm going to go out on a limb and say late stoppage, but I wouldn't be totally surprised if Cunningham survives the distance.
Okay.
So go on, Beat. What was you saying?
With Steve getting floored, there's never Steve. If you get decked, you get decked. But when he was fighting at cruiserweight, he used to fight far more aggressive fights. So he was more likely to get floored. But as a heavyweight, he's not really fighting to deck someone. He's fighting to steal points because he knows. I mean, look, them guys are 6'6", 6'8". He knows if he gets clobbered by a couple of them shots, he's going to take a kick, on the canvas. You know what I mean? He knows that. So,
do you not think his slow starting is going to be an issue?
Huh?
Do you think his slow starts in fights is going to be an issue against Fury?
Is Fury really a big banger?
It doesn't have to be against Cunningham though, does it?
Why? But no one's not cutting him out.
No, but he's been flawed enough at cruiserweight.
Yeah, you get floored, you get back up.
And if you look at his pedigree, Marco Hook, went the distance with what's his name, Povetkin?
Yeah.
Povetkin, and look what Cunningham did to him. Cunningham beat the crap out of him, mate. Beat the crap out of him. Okay, we can say, he's different, but I'm talking about the levels of the opponents he's been facing. The level, they're much better than Fury, much better. The caliber is much better. So if you're fighting a much higher of a caliber fighter, you're going to get knocked down. Fury's not facing that. He's had everything his own way. He's had everything his own way. He's not been thrown in the deep end. Now, I'm just saying, if the class comes to level, if the class, you bring the class up, he should be able to outbox him. He should be able to outbox him fairly easy.
I mean, and Steve is going to be the best conditioned fighter that Fury's faced.
Yeah, that's right. He's a live fighter.
Best boxer.
Have you guys watched him?
I'll tell you what, right? Sorry to cut. Let me just finish this point, and then this wouldn't be a bad loss for Tyson Fury. If he was to lose on point, it wouldn't be as bad as you guys think. I mean, like, he could actually come back and learn quite a bit. You know?
Okay, before I let you respond, I'm going to open that question out to everyone. Apollo, if Tyson Fury was to lose this fight, how detrimental do you think that would be?
I think it would be I think it is going to be very embarrassing. I think it's going to, it will seriously destroy his confidence as well. Mm-hmm. Because from Fury's to lose to someone like that, your belief system is, so yeah, the answer will be it's going to be extremely detrimental. And I'm not saying it's impossible for him to come back, but because obviously Hay did it when he got stopped by Thompson, but I think it will be extremely difficult for him to continue his career. I believe.
Okay.
Especially the way everyone's going to react to it as well.
Yeah.
No one's going to. Yeah.
Yeah. It was Beats' point, so I'm going to skip over Beats for a minute unless you've got anything else you want to add in about it.
No, there was.
Oh, no, go.
Errol, what do you think about what Beats just said? Do you think he could come back from a major defeat like that?
Yeah, of course he can. Yeah, of course he can. It'd be good for him anyway. It will straighten him out, bro. Take it seriously, and you shouldn't be fighting opponents where you're not gonna get no credit anyway. Even if you beat him and knock him out, they're gonna say it's a cruiserweight you're supposed to. If he goes in there and the guy goes, this is great criticisms. Why are you fighting these opponents? Why are you fighting Vinny Madano? Why are you fighting Thompson? Why are you fighting better opponents? Oh, because who I can get? Really? David Hayes' next fight is gonna be, he wanted to fight Pulev, and these guys are there, so they're available. You just don't want to fight them guys. You want to fight guys where you're in control, where you're winning, where you got the advantage, which is good. But eventually, when you fight a better level opponent, you're gonna have trouble. So now, why are you fighting Cunningham? It's an easy fight for you. You think. So if Cunningham if he struggles against him and he doesn't get knocked out, your thing is, everyone's saying that he's knocked out, and maybe I was on that bandwagon before, but if I look at it proper like how I'm looking at it now, I don't think that's gonna happen. I don't think it happen. There's a possibility Cunningham can outbox Fury, and then don't be surprised if that happens. Don't be surprised. Now, me and Beats cause it right now. Don't be surprised. And anyway, he can come back. That's the question anyway. He can come back. All he has to do is behave himself and pick better opponents next time and leave the small fry, these small fry opponents, mate. So.
All right, sorry. Was anyone going to jump back in? Like you see the first fight with Yohan Hernandez. He was unlucky to lose that. Even though he got floored, he was coming back into it. And the second fight, okay, he did lose it. But, see, you guys are looking at the size. I'm going to tell you from now, you need to look at the skill in this. He's been fighting world title fights for a long time. Yeah. It's a lot different than fighting British level. You could even say that, let's take the cruiserweight division. If you're fighting in regular defense for the IBF title, it's probably harder than defending your British heavyweight title.
Okay, Chris, do you think that Mr. Fury could come back from a loss to Steve Cunningham?
His career would be an absolute tatters. It would be over. Who's going to fight afterwards if he loses? Who's going to want to
some points?
On points.
He can't lose anyway. No chance.
Okay.
His career will be completely over if he lost.
Oh, come on.
This would be the biggest upset since Tyson lost against Buster Douglas. That's how bad.
No. Okay. So when Price got knocked out by Thompson, that's a bigger loss. That's a bigger loss. He got knocked out.
Yeah, that's coming from a mank.
What?
He said no. That's coming from a mank.
No. But what I'm saying to you, the odds, yeah, the odds. At least he's fighting a guy who's just been knocked out twice, and Cunningham's never been knocked out. He's like Cunningham's a better. He hasn't been knocked out twice. He's a better.
Errol, you can get back in. Did someone just equate Tyson Fury beating Steve Cunningham beating
yeah, that one made
with Tyson and Douglas.
Absolutely. Absolutely massive. This guy's a cruiserweight, a career cruiserweight. He's even lighter to start with. He's got absolutely no punch. You talk about him having skill and stuff like that, but Tyson Fury is a good amateur himself.
But the history in heavyweight, there's been cruiserweights, or light heavyweights gone up to the heavyweight division, done quite well. Michael Spinks, Vander Holyfield.
They get beaten in the end, don't they? When they face a genuine heavyweight, they get beaten.
No, 6 years ago, Cunningham would have been a genuine heavyweight at his size.
No, he wouldn't. Cunningham always said, even said to us when we spoke to him, that he didn't even need to try to make cruiserweight.
Yeah,
so he's had to put on beef.
Holyfield is no bigger than him.
Yeah.
If Vander Holyfield could punch.
Yeah, but Holyfield has proved.
Cunningham can punch.
Holyfield has proven what he can do.
No. We was arguing the fact that you keep saying this cruiserweight thing, and it's not.
But what's he done? Like, he can't even stop cruiserweight.
What have you followed his career? I mean,
he couldn't even stop Jason Gavin.
He beat Marco Hook. What are you talking about?
Okay, just to point out, I'm gonna point something out. Jason Gavin, he fought before. That was his last registered win. That guy has not, in his last 6 fights, right, has lost them all. Only one of which he was taking a distance.
That Cunningham.
And that was Cunningham who took in a distance. In his last fight.
Fury ain't been taking a distance.
What?
So Tyson Fury ain't been taking a distance.
Mm-hmm.
Of course he has.
Exactly. So this there and that.
So what? So you're trying. So I'm just pointing out that Steve Cunningham took this guy the distance. I'm just pointing out he's not a big puncher.
No one's saying he's a huge puncher, but he has power. Well, no, I'm not saying he's a knockout. You saying he ain't got no power? He has got power. He's not a knockout artist. He's not.
Yeah,
listen, he stopped. How many guys? He's only stopped like half of the guys that he fought.
I think he stopped 12 people.
Okay, so if he's stopped, and how many fights has he had?
He's got
25.
Okay, so if you've got your numbers right, so if he's only stopped 12 guys in 25, you're trying to tell me that he's gonna. You're trying to tell me he can physically hurt.
Can I ask this question? Yeah, do you know who he's fighting?
Please do.
Let me ask you a question. Who's he fighting? He's fighting the very best at the cruiserweight division. What the heck are you guys talking about? He's not fighting no punk.
He's fighting the heavyweight now, though. He's not fighting.
But Tyson Fury is still he's not unproven. He's not proven yet. This is a test more for Tyson Fury than it is for Cunningham. Cunningham's been tested and he's already won a belt.
When you say Tyson Fury hasn't been proven, he hasn't proven that he can take on someone like the Klitschko's. I agree with that.
Or Pulev or anyone like that.
Yeah, exactly.
Answer me this question, yeah? Johnson has one. People keep talking about him fighting Vitaly Klitschko. Vitaly won by a mile, right? He hasn't really done much in his career. He took Fury the distance quite easy, and he was untrained. He had 2 weeks notice, right? Why is it so inconceivable that Steve Cunningham could give him a good fight? He's got far more body than Kevin Johnson. He's faster.
It's not faster everywhere.
Listen. I never.
He's much faster than Kevin Johnson.
First of all, don't put words in my mouth. I never said anything about he can't put up a good fight.
I was pointing the question.
First, I'm not saying it can't be a decent fight. What I'm saying though, he can't win. In response to the question, the thing with Johnson, whatever you say about he had 2 weeks notice and this. See, the thing about Johnson, he's a different man. He's a natural heavyweight.
You keep focusing on the size.
Allow me to interject here, Apollo. Okay,
please,
I'm going to take you back to the Lion King, and you see when Mufasa died, and Simba was just there. Scar was much bigger. He couldn't have fought him because he was too big. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying. But anyway, next question anyway, because we've spent enough time there. Let's go through the rest of the attributes that they both got. Out of the two, who has got the better power?
Fury.
No question.
Is everyone in agreement that it's Fury?
No, he hasn't.
So you're okay.
I disagree. I think they've probably got about the same.
How?
Because
from everywhere.
Fury couldn't get rid of Zach Page.
Yeah, but he's knocked out heavyweights.
Yeah, but who though?
It don't matter who. Cunningham knocked
No,
out.
it does matter. It does matter who. It does matter who.
If you just
He didn't knock him out, did he? And that's a cruiserweight.
Listen, what I'm saying to you is that I think their powers are about the same. Yeah, I don't think Fury doesn't hit as hard as what we think he does. We just see this big lump here, right? I think Price hits harder, right? But what I'm saying,
I agree.
yeah, but I don't think Fury hits that hard, right? He couldn't. He doesn't. He's not as hard as what we think he does. Because if he did, he would have knocked out Derek. Look at David. David, he hits fucking hard. Look at that.
Exactly.
Yeah, right. He doesn't hit harder. I think
Derek Chisora's head off.
yeah. Look, I think their powers are probably about the same, right?
No, it's not. It's not.
No, listen. Marco Hook, yeah. Marco Hook couldn't get not Povetkin. What's his name again? Thingy, whatever his name. He couldn't stop Marco Hook. Look at Cunningham fucking bashed him and stopped him up. Cunningham hits hard, bruv. It's just that recently he's adopted out to try and outbox people. He doesn't want to get into a slugfest. What he tries to do is outbox. Even in that opponent you mentioned, European, he tries to outbox. He's not trying to knock no one out. So he's not trying to be a knockout artist. He believes he's using his boxing now and this and that, because when he gets mixed up, he gets knocked down. He doesn't want to do that. That's what he's doing. He's adopting that style. I think in my opinion, their powers are about the same.
I mean, the heavyweights you're talking that Tyson Fury's knocked out is guys like Matthew Ellis, who only knocked out in 2002, and Scott Belshaw. You know, you're talking about legitimate heavyweights. Okay. Yeah, the legitimate heavyweights, and what?
They're heavyweights, that's the big thing.
No, it's not the big thing. It's not the big thing. I mean, like, you can only, look, the size only counts so much. Size is, if the skill discrepancy is so far apart, right, from the opponents that Steve Cunningham is fighting to Tyson Fury is, the size really is not making that big a difference. Trust me on that. You know what I mean? Mathematics.
Listen, we've all said what we've had to say. Let's just go on to something else now. Just get repetitive.
Okay,
Did you see what happens?
Okay.
So we're all in agreement then. Well, no, we're not. Point being, there's no point going through the attributes because we will. Okay, no, we will. So who's got the better speed?
Okay, probably Steve. Yeah.
Probably, he's a cruiserweight. He must have.
No, that don't work like that. He's carrying more weight. People have already said that he's noticeably slower at heavyweight than he was cruiserweight.
Oh yeah,
Listen. It doesn't matter how slow he is. He's still faster than Tyson Fury.
Wait.
I mean, do you think that Tyson Fury is really, really slow?
I think compared to I think compared to Cunningham, he's a plodder. He's a plodder. You know why I say that? Yeah. Look, against Johnson. Johnson was able to. Johnson was fiddling him about. You know.
Johnson never won a round in that fight.
Nah, no, I agree. I know. I'm not going to argue with that. I agree.
Let me tell you this, yeah? Derek Chisora threw telegraphed haymakers at Tyson Fury and caught him several times. And they were telegraphed. He was winding him up from the back of the arena.
Yeah, but it didn't knock him over.
Well, it staggered him pretty badly.
Yeah, but this what I'll say. This is what I say about it. First of all, you got to remember how young, and you know, when you mentioned McDermott earlier, at the moment, Fury is only 24. And back then, listen, he was not, I used to see him, I used to physically see him at conferences. I used to be close to him. He was nowhere near in the shape that he is now.
Mm-hmm.
So it's right. You are right. But what I'm saying, he's a lot fitter and sharper than he was then. He's improving. You know,
because you lost a bit of weight, yeah, that makes you a bit faster. Yeah, it's like, but he's never gonna.
Of course it does, because he's been working.
I know. I listen. Okay. But he's still not faster. He's still not faster.
Yeah,
He's fast enough.
He's still not faster.
Okay, let's move on now. Okay, who's got the better chin? Is it worth talking about that?
They're about the same. They're about the same.
They're about the same.
They're
about the same.
Yeah,
Are
they're
you joking?
Come on now.
Listen. Every time Fury gets caught flush, what happens to him?
Not every time. But
Every time he gets caught flush, what happens to him? He rolls over on his back.
He's never been down against McDermott.
No, listen, I'm saying when he gets caught, look, every time you've seen him get caught flush, he rolls on his back.
What happens when Cunningham gets caught?
Cunningham goes on his back, so I said they're about the same.
What about when Derek caught him?
And landed all those haymakers.
That's not big punch, you know?
Derek's not a big puncher.
Yeah, but listen to what you said. You said every time he gets caught, so I'm just quoting you.
Yeah.
That's a bit, yeah.
Oh, you're right about that, but Derek's not. Yeah, okay, you're right. But
Okay,
Derek's not a really big puncher. But yeah, most of the time when he gets caught flush, he goes over. So I think listen, you can argue against me. In my opinion,
I'm not arguing.
no, okay, fair enough then. In my opinion, yeah, I think they're about the same. Let someone else answer that question. That's why.
Let me just quickly ask Errol, how many times has Fury been down?
I don't know. How many times has he been caught? Every time he gets caught, he usually goes
For
down.
you.
Every time he gets caught, he's been hit with some good shots and he's not went down, mate.
How many times?
He's been down quite a lot.
He's been down once.
Yeah.
No, he's been down to, and he's been down once. He's been down like twice. Didn't
No.
McDermott knock him down?
Come
Who?
on now.
Did McDermott knock him down?
No.
She did not.
Well, anyway, I think they're about the same anyway.
Yeah, man.
I think they're about the same anyway.
Right, okay.
Sorry, that's my opinion. Let someone else answer the questions. They're going to say no, but that's what I think, right?
Okay, Chris, what do you think?
He's only ever been down once. You can say he's been wobbled or shook up, but you can't compare their chins. Cunningham's been on his ass loads of times.
Yeah. But he's, like I said, he's been fighting elite fights. He's fighting better class.
Who's decking Tyson Fury?
Who's been...
What'd you say, sorry? I couldn't hear that.
Who decked Tyson Fury?
Who was that?
Package.
Pagic?
Pikage, yeah.
And is he again? Is he in the top 20?
I'd have to box with him.
So he's not even...
I'm asking, is he in the top 20?
That no, he's not probably, because no one's answering the question, so probably no.
Of course he's not.
Yeah, Tyson Cunningham's been decked against world-class opponents, bruv. World-class guys.
However, I've got to point out he does have a higher KO ratio than a heavyweight than Steve Cunningham.
But we're talking about like what was the question though?
He's got 5 times as many knockouts as Steve Cunningham.
But we were talking. We talking about no, but we was just talking about the chin. I swear we was asking question about the chin.
Go on, talk about the chin.
Okay, I just already. I said they're about the same. Let someone else answer the question.
Let's go. Let's move on instead.
Come on. Let's
just move on.
How
man.
important is experience going to be for Steve Cunningham's game?
Very important. Like that's his main advantage, I would say.
Of course.
It's to help him survive, that's all.
Oh.
He's gonna be tricky. I think he'll make it tricky for Fury. But as I say, on the whole, Fury's just gonna overwhelm the man.
Steve's never run in his life. He's never run in his life.
Wait. Did I say he's gonna run? Who said that?
I think he said Christopher said that. He's never run. He's gonna survive. He's never done that in his life. He doesn't fight like that.
Yeah, but he's a slow start. He's notorious slow starter.
Tyson Fury's a slow starter as well.
Earlier on, you were saying that it gets better when he's being dropped.
Who's that?
Cunningham.
I didn't say that.
Or Boxing Beat said it then.
Okay.
What did I say?
That he gets, when he's being dropped, he's always got back up and fought better.
I can't remember saying that.
I think no, you did. I remember that. Yeah, you said he's always better.
So he's obviously a slow starter.
I said when he gets dropped, he gets better.
Yeah, you said you did say that. Yeah.
No, man, it doesn't matter anyway. All I know is this, yeah. He's got the experience to count. Definitely the experience to count, and that is. Polo's right. That's one of his main advantages because obviously experience level. So
okay.
I'm marking this tape for when he said that. I'm gonna look for where I said that. Cause I can't remember saying it.
But it doesn't matter anyway. Go on. What's next one?
No, go on, Beats. What do you think about the experience?
It's going to be vital, man. And it's not only the ring experience. The man's he's a product of the Philly gym wars, man. Yeah. So he knows how to survive. It's a bit different from sparring out here. Let me tell you that now. And
yeah,
that's gonna hold Steve up pretty well in the fight. Yeah, it's gonna count for a lot.
Okay, Errol.
Just the skill set is really gonna. I'm telling you, you're gonna be shocked how much skill can offset size. You're gonna be quite shocked.
Okay. Yeah. Now I already answered the question already. I said the experience is key for Steve Cunningham, and it's a good learning curve for Tyson Fury anyway to go in there. But you see how it goes anyway.
Okay, Chris, anything to say?
No to answer.
Okay, so do you guys really think that he can pull off the upset?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll give you twice the odds they're offering.
Sorry?
I'll give you twice the odds that any bookmaker offers.
Do you want me to check on Odds Checker?
Yeah.
Listen, let me ask this for Christopher, yeah? See when Ricky Hatton was fighting with Shevchenko, yeah? Do you think Ricky Hatton was going to win that fight?
I wasn't sure. He should have won that fight.
No, did you?
Well, at welterweight, it was a different question. He's been at career light belt.
I know about obviously after the fight, but do you think Ricky Hatton was going to win that fight?
Before the fight, yeah, did you?
Yeah, there you go. That's I know. So you bet on your heart, innit? Usually when you.
I don't like Tyson Fury.
Huh?
I don't like Tyson Fury. I've slammed him all over the place. I don't rate him, but he's going to kick his ass. That's all it is.
Man.
You can get 5-1 on odds, checker. 5-1.
Oh, listen. I'll make you guys rich here. If you bet on Cunningham, you're going to be rich guys. I'm telling you, bro.
Is Errol Jarrett, are you going to bet yourself then?
Well, yeah, yeah, of course, I'm putting out a limb.
You say, but you never do.
How much?
No, women I never do. You know how much I usually bet. Come on now.
You're going to put
£5
on Fury too?
£5 on the both of them, just in case, innit? I get, if I get my money back, I want my money back. But I don't like losing, innit? But if Cunningham wins, I get my money anyway. I don't like losing, so I've already said that I think Cunningham's gonna win already. So I already put my stick out there. But I always bet on both because I don't like bloody losing. That's just me anyway.
Okay, I'm going to finish this up on this one then. Where do you think they can both go afterwards? Let's say Cunningham wins. Where does he go?
Shit. They're gonna give it.
Go on, Apollo. What do you think? You might have to spend long on that one.
I mean, it would be great for him. I don't know. I don't really know what to say really. I mean, I don't know if it would make him necessarily a big name. You know, I don't know. It doesn't. Well, I don't know. He just probably fight someone like Arizona, or yes, someone like that.
Okay.
That's what
about Fury?
If he won or lost.
Won.
Oh, if you want, well, he can do it. If you want, he can fight. But I'd want him to be serious. Like, I'd want him to take on someone like, Pulev, if these guys are serious. If they don't, then you got a question. You know what? It's Baylor. It's the way Baylor keeps saying it in his videos. He says, if a fighter is not getting tested, then that means the team has seen something in the gym, and they're not quite sure. So if Fury doesn't take on someone legitimate after, then you got a question. Do these guys really believe in themselves? Mm-hmm. So yeah, that's not so.
Okay, Beats. Where do you think that Cunningham will go afterwards? If he wins,
I think he'll struggle. Maybe Vladimir might take it because he's small. So you know what I mean. It might just fit a thing because he can't beat neither of the Klitschko. So. He's got a chance of beating Fury, but his prospects for winning a title are slim. But then again, so are Tyson Fury once the Klitschko's are still there. So,
what do you think about Fury then?
Both of them have to rely on them both retiring and them picking up the fragmenting titles that are left in their wake.
What about Fury?
Yeah, same for him. He can't beat none of the Klitschko's either.
Okay. Errol, what do you think about where can Cunningham go from here?
I think even if he wins, yeah, he can get. They'll probably give him a title shot. I think he gets a direct title shot. The Klitschko's just think, well, boy, he just knocked off one of the top prospects in the world. I think the Klitschko's will they rub their paws together and give him a title shot. They think they'll blow him out. If Tyson Fury wins, they're gonna still duck him. No one's gonna give him a fight. I can criticize Tyson Fury. He ain't fighting this, and maybe no one wants to fight him. Maybe they looked at it and say, fuck, I ain't fighting him. Nah, listen, no, seriously, because you know what, yeah? There's big fighters out there, and we talk about Deontay Wilder, and we say, why ain't he fighting? Because no one wants to fight him, because it's the same with Fury. He can't get a fucking fight, he has to fight someone in bloody out of his weight class, just to get just to make some money. That's why he's probably. That's why. Let me say what I'm saying, Paulo. Before that's why he has to fight someone out of his weight class just to make some money and to go to America because it's like no one wants to fight him. Know what I mean? And the fight is he's got himself in great shape, and he was like, this is the best opponent I can face right now. But the way he's Hennessy do business deals, I don't like the way they do their thing. They're very shady. And you bring over. I'm still pissed over you. You bring. Johnson over, and with a a weak trainer. Okay, that's Johnson's fault. But why would you take that opponent? I mean, and then blatantly in the press conference tell everyone, you're a mug. You know you're over here to bloody lose. You know what I mean? He's arrogant. That sort of arrogance attitude that he's so involved in the business aspect of the boxing that he knows who's the opponent. He knows everything about the opponent. But this time, Cunningham's had time to train, but he's thinking, I don't care how much he trains, I'm still gonna beat him. That arrogant attitude is gonna get him sorted out, man. I'm telling you. But I think even if he wins, that's the question. Even if he wins, I think people are gonna duck him. That's what I think. It depends how he wins. If he knocks out Cunningham, which I don't think happened, they're gonna duck him. If he wins on points, they're still gonna duck him.
Wait,
I think he's in mud. I think he's still in mud. He's just gonna be in mud. If he loses and get knocked out, then everyone, all the gates open. Price will be looking to fight him. Klitschko's will fight him. All the doors are open straight away. That's what I think.
people are ducking Fury now?
Pardon?
You think people are ducking Fury?
Yeah, I think they're ducking him now. I think they want to fight that 6'8" bloody.
Okay, I'll tell you what it is. I'll tell you why he can't get a fight. It's not, no one's ducking him. If I interview him, I'll say it straight to him. I believe the reason is, from what I understand about, I mean, as I said, Kevin Johnson said it himself. He told you the situation. Listen to what Tony Thompson was saying when he fought Price. You heard how upset he was when he said these guys are messing me around. They give me this little purse. They bring me over. And if you listen to the interviews, listen to what Price has said. Like, to get the rematch, they've had to pay him a lot more now, haven't they? So what I'm trying to explain, I believe the issue is that Hempsey is not offering a good enough deal for people to fight Fury. That if he's not putting enough on the table, people are like, okay, allow it. I'm not taking it. I'm not down for that. That's what it is. That's Fury. Think about it. I'm not going to talk to it, but you guys said it yourself. Beats. What Beats said when you guys were talking about what Fury versus Chisora, and then compare that to what Hay did to Chisora. Look, man, listen, I like Fury, but what's he really done that you can say, ooh, this guy's scary? I mean, I know he's big. He hasn't really done anything that's... Someone like Hay, someone like Mike Tyson...
I thought he would bring it back to
Can I just say something? Can I just say something to Apollo?
Please do.
Excellent point. Excellent point. What has Fury done to scare anyone in the heavyweight division?
Yeah.
Excellent.
Okay. So moving on from that anyway. Chris, where do you think they both go from there?
If Cunningham pulls it off, he goes back to Adamek, doesn't he? They've done it twice before. It's an obvious fight, eliminator fight for a title.
Good point. That's a good fight.
If Fury wins, you've got David A, you've got Pulev, you've got all sorts.
Yeah.
They're going to have to fight him. He can shame him into fighting him.
Good point. So do you want to end on your prediction again? So Apollo, who do you think's going to win?
As I said, I think Fury's going to win, but you know what? Yeah, listening to them guys, I don't know if he's going to stop him anymore. I'm not sure. It's that Errol Jarrett, man, the way he says stuff.
Listen, bro. Listen, everyone's be strong in their opinions, boy. Look, Christopher's hard stuck in mud, boy. Please, the knockouts come in and we're seeing it. This is a good debate. Yo, European, you haven't put your 2 cents out here yet.
No, I mean, where did they both go? Or what I'm predicting? Well, where they go?
We know you're predicting. I think you've got, obviously, Fury winning, but, like, where do they both go? You haven't answered that question.
Yeah, well, I know, personally, I think that the Adamek rematch for Cunningham would be good for him, win or lose. The only thing is, if he loses, we'd have to take less money. It'll be a good fight for him either way. One he can definitely win, because Adamek's, shot. That's a fight that Fury might end up taking if he's one for the easy matches. Trying to get a fight with Adamek. Yeah. But I think he's contracted to having to fight Pulev next, which would be one hell of a hard fight for him, and one I probably don't see him coming through.
Who did Fury talking about, yeah?
Yeah, I don't think Fury would be Pulev, but...
Fury will duck him. Fury won't, they don't know part of him. You know what I mean? It's like, he's uncomfortable with that. Because Thompson called him out, and I ain't heard him say nothing about Thompson. Thompson called him out straight after that fight, and Fury's got a big mouth usually. It's like, what? Who's calling me out? He didn't want no part of him, mate. He didn't say nothing. He didn't
a lot of things that he says is, abnormal. I think.
Talks a lot of shit, doesn't it, Fury?
Does talk a lot of shit.
He does talk a lot of shit. I swear he does, man. Talks so much shit. But I'll tell you what, yeah, he's got his him and Hennessy are like fucking thick as thieves. Yeah, he knows everything about the business thing. He might as well be a promoter himself because that guy knows so much. Yeah, he's just there with Hennessy. He knows how long the fighters have got time to prepare and everything.
Yeah. Okay, Beats, what do you think? Who's going to win this fight?
Well, I'm still going to go for points Cunningham.
Points Cunningham. Okay, Errol.
Yeah, I go for points. Unanimous decision or split decision. Split decision Cunningham.
Okay, Chris.
Yeah, knockout for Fury inside 6.
Inside 6. Okay, I'm going for the late stoppage, but I won't be surprised if it ends up going to points. That Fury will win.
Well, at least you got the out there, Mark. At least you got that safe. You got a safety cushion there on that one, mate.